Welcome! Today, we're going back to 1945 to Ridgewood, New Jersey, where we'll be making an onion soup. So remember, like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, and join us on our journey cooking through history. Now this is a fun recipe. It's comes from the Ridgewood Kitchens, and it was sponsored by the Women's Guild of the West Side Presbyterian Church in Ridgewood, New Jersey. And the church is still operating to this day. I looked them up.
That's pretty cool.
But this is the third edition, came from 1945. And the cool thing is this is a cookbook we found for my grandmother, or grandma, his great-grandma. And we were thumbing through it. I love finding these old cookbooks. And she wrote a note saying, excellent, underline Russell. And that was my grandfather who fought in World War II. But apparently he loved this soup here, thought it was excellent. So we decided, hey, let's try it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be fun. We're gonna do a lot of these, just finding old recipes and just making them per the recipe book. So let's get started. First things first is a quart of strong beef or chicken consomme. So we're using, back in the day, they probably had canned. So we're just going to grab a quart of consomme. See, it's a little jelly. And get that going in a pot. Now you can make your own consomme if you wanted to. But we're using canned. Now the funny thing is, it does say do this over a double boiler, but I really think that was from primarily back in the day when you had cooktops that weren't as controllable as today's. So a double boiler will help it be more gentle. Now, next thing, we've never made this recipe, so this is kind of why I'm like, ugh. It's a fun adventure. Y'all are with us on the adventure.
It's exciting.
So, got a couple of tablespoons of butter, as it says, and a little bit of olive oil. And go into our pan. And it says, like, you know, this is basically a French onion soup, but this is how they made it back in New Jersey in 1945 from a Miss Catherine H. Carroll. That's her recipe. And I do love these church recipe books because a lot of times they're just your everyday cook's, you know, recipe, and it's not some trained chef or this. It's really cool to see what these people were making for their families and what they really liked. And my grandma made this for my grandfather and he loved it. So hopefully it'll be good. So we got half a pound of sliced onions, and we're basically just going to saute these guys down. Need a little salt and a little pepper. So it says go easy on the salt with the onions. So we'll do just that. We'll go easy. And a dash of pepper. I love this. It says a dash of pepper, red or black. So if you wanted some red pepper, some really spice, you could use that.
Yeah.
Is that a dash? That's my dash. So we're gonna get these guys sauteing down. It'll take probably about 10 minutes. And then once we get done with that, it's pretty simple building this soup. So we'll be right back. Well, our onions are almost done to the point that Ms. Carroll wants them, except we were reading, and one of the ingredients was a half teaspoon of sugar. Although reading it, she forgot to tell us when to add it. I'm going under the assumption with the onions to help caramelize them and sweeten them up. So we're just gonna go ahead and add that real quick, toss them around. Whew, one out of the pan. But as she said, the onion should be well done, limp, browned, and translucent. And I say we're there.
I would say so.
Yeah, those look good. And so far, this seems like a really simple, easy soup. Now, it does call for little casseroles We got these little fun guys here. Get it? Because they're mushrooms? Okay.
They're actually fun guys.
All right. So this does call for 4. We're only making 2. And it's as simple as it. You portion out your onions into the bottom. And then we'll save these for later. And we're going to take your consommé, ladle it over. Whew, see? Wow. It's been a while since I had consommé. I'm just going to ladle this in. I mean, this is super simple. And we can make 2 more later. Now I said to use little dried pieces of bread. So we got some day-old bread, stale bread that I left out. Gonna put that on top. I'm gonna get my grater, and it calls for Roman or Parmesan cheese. I'm assuming Roman is probably Romano, but hey, we're going with some Parm. Man, I mean, that's the fun of these old cookbooks, man. Just seeing what people say and how they write their directions. Some of them are like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's been a blast. And she says sprinkle it over with some of the cheese. See, that's why it's pretty much like a French, a French onion, but done in a very simple, easy way. And it says take your lids, put them on. I got a little pan to make it a little easier to transport to the oven. And here we go, off to the oven. Now we got the oven set at 350. We're gonna throw these guys in here. And she says for 15 minutes. So we're gonna get those going and we'll be right back and taste our 1945 onion soup. It has been our 15 minutes. See, the bell just went off. So we're gonna pull these guys out. Careful, they will be hot. All right, so there we go. Now we got a cool little board since, these little guys are very warm. Mm-hmm. All right, are you ready? I'm ready. Excited. Oh, man. I mean, it looks like a French onion soup. I mean, that's basically what it was. So let's taste some history.
I'm coming.
All right.
Oh, don't break our fun guy.
All right, let's get some of those onions, some of that crusty bread.
Oh, yeah.
Which is now soggy.
Yeah.
But that's the point of it. Oh, it's gonna be hot. I mean, for as simple as it is, that is pretty darn good.
Yeah. I mean, I could see back in the 1940s this being like, wow, that's like really good.
And I think the little sugar is a good add, actually. It gives helps really from the saltiness from the canned consommé.
Yeah, I would say so.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
That is a trip through history.
It
right
is.
there.
It is. So if you feel like traveling back to 1945 like we did, make this recipe. We'll have it down in the description.
Yeah. It is simple. So thank you, Grandma.
Yeah.
And Ms. Carol from Ridgewood, New Jersey, 1945. Awesome soup.
Very good soup.
All right. Till next time. I'm gonna eat some soup. You got your own, buddy.
Okay. Cut. Is this? Can I actually eat this one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh wait, no. We need pictures of it.
Psych.